Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Before we get into today's video talking about my training day, I want to send a big thank you to Jigsaw Massage who sent me this thing, which is pretty sweet. Now, as part of this, you guys have probably seen a lot of these self-massage guns on the market. They're really, really expensive. So what this company, Jigsaw Massage, has done is basically come out with 3 different massage type heads, depending on what you're looking for. Then you can take any jigsaw and just attach them to it. Now, you've also probably seen a lot of people make these at home. I've seen those too. But to be honest, most of those homemade versions include taking a jigsaw blade, filing it down, and then inserting a golf or lacrosse ball into it. To be honest, I would not want to do that myself just because I know I would end up with a saw blade through my leg. So I'm really excited to give this a try. I'm going to link it in the description box below. I don't have a discount or affiliate code for you. They just sent it to me to get my feelings on it. And after I use it for a little bit, which I'm going to do because why wouldn't you want to do that to yourself for long periods of time? I'll give you a full impression on it and if I think it helps or not. But again, if you want or are interested in this, it's linked in the description box below. They actually sell these Black & Decker jigsaws as well if you don't have one at home, but you can always get one on Amazon as well depending on what your budget really looks like. And these heads retail for around the cost of a video game, and they seem like they're very well made. So again, I'll give you my feedback in a couple of weeks, but now let's get on to the regular video. So for today's video, I figured I'd give you a full breakdown of my deadlift day, and the way that it works is the main movement, again, being deadlifts, followed by an accessory barbell movement to the main lift, in this case, deficit deadlifts, and then I always am trying to do back squats on that same day as my deadlifts as a way to build frequency and volume. Now, I know it's pretty tough for a lot of people to do both of these, and I agree, but I found long-term this makes it much easier in the long run rather than having separate days for both, in which case I tend to be overly fatigued all the time. In this case, it's just one day that I'm really building up a lot of that fatigue, and I actually find that I feel really good squatting after deadlifts, and then finally I have a rowing movement as a way to build more back volume, and that's something I'm trying to do almost every single training session. So this is what I consider more of a volume day, so 4 sets of 6 at about 441, and deadlifts have actually been feeling really, really good. I think part of that is, again, it's a lot of sub-max work, and the strength days are really when I try to push the number some. But one of the things I've really been trying to focus on is my setup and maintaining more of a neutral back and kind of get rid of some of that roundness that just always seems to flare its head. And I think for the most part, things are looking pretty good. I feel like I'm engaging more and getting tighter down in the hole, which has left me feeling pretty good on these pulls. Now, of course, there's still some work to be done. And one of the cues that I just never really got was tuck my lats into my pockets. That's still not something that's actively working for me. But again, I'm just trying different things to get in better positions overall. So after those 4 sets, I moved on to 4 sets of 5 for deficit deadlifts. And these are something that I just really, really love. And for these deficits, it's nothing huge because every little bit counts. And I'm actually just using 2 stall mats stacked on top of each other for about a 1.5 inch deficit. But being taller and getting even further down has really helped translate well into my deadlift. From there, moved on to that volume work for squats. So 3 sets of 8 here with about 390 pounds. And squats have been feeling really, really good for me overall as I really kind of adapt to this new form, which is more pushing my knees out and trying to keep them out and looking more down and really trying to maintain a little bit more of my torso angle through this. Now, it's not perfect, as you'll see on the side view, as I still tend to kind of lean a little bit far forward in the hole. I'm not sure if that's due to tightness or what, but I think overall things look a lot better here as well. My bar path looks a lot better. And I really kind of attribute this to also slowing the reps down, kind of almost as I'm doing tempo work. So my descent is very slow and controlled, but as part of this, it helps me really reinforce and maintain a lot of that form. And what I'm thinking about is trying to actively load my midfoot on each of these reps and then power up once I hit depth, which I think I'm able to do here pretty well. Obviously the shorts are kind of tough, but if my thighs look like they're somewhat parallel, that means my hip crease is well below, and you'll definitely see that come singlet day. And these moved really well considering, again, the fact that I did some volume deadlift work and then these 3 sets of 8, which for me, 391 is still a pretty decent load. These moved really, really well. And finally finished off with a rowing movement. I prefer to do a lot of these strap variations, which is almost like a combination of a bent over row and a pendlay row. And I'm doing them underhand because I feel more in my lats this way. And I also get more bicep involvement, which is otherwise lacking in this routine. So that's the day. If you have any questions, let me know. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.